Yo, what's going on, YouTubers? It's your boy Kevin Mason, also known as Big Kev Comedy on social media. If you're savvy, you can look me up and find out where I'm at on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Big Kev Comedy. So I kind of teased this a little bit earlier on my Facebook fan page and on my Twitter page that I was coming out with a delivery driver review for UberEATS right here in New York City, right here in the borough of Brooklyn and Manhattan. And that's what this is. If you've been thinking about doing UberEATS, right, as far as being a delivery driver, but you didn't know what to expect, the purpose of this video is just so you can know exactly what to expect. I've been doing the UberEATS New York City delivery now since, let's say, the end of December, and we're now in, as I'm filming this now, we are in March, beginning of March. So I have a very I feel like I have a very good opinion of what the service is and how it benefits drivers. Now, I'm not going to talk your head off too long because I know a lot of you, your time is valuable and you don't want to waste time listening to prattle on. All I'm going to say is just bear with me for the whole video, okay? So first things first, I'm going to start off with the onboarding process for UberEATS. It's a little special, okay? You got to sign up online. You got to have, you got to download the app and take a picture of your license, your registration, and a copy of your insurance. And you need to upload it to them through the app on the phone or using a computer and a scanner. If you have problems doing that, you can also go into the green light hubs, which Uber has all over the city. I think they just opened up a new one somewhere on the maybe the west side of Manhattan. For me, that process was a little bit difficult because I uploaded everything, and at the same time my license expired. So they accepted it, but then they said, oh, you have to resend it because your license expired. So I had to renew my license and resend it to them. And then once they had everything, I had to wait. It took like 2 weeks because the service they used they do a background check on you, and the service they used to do my background check was called Checker. And for whatever reason, it just took a long time. I don't have a criminal record. And you're surprised by looking at me, you know, I look like gangster. But I don't have a criminal record at all. So I thought my background check would go really quickly, but it didn't. It took a little time. I actually had to call them and say, hey, what's going on? I've been waiting. So then I don't know if that worked, but it kind of moved the process along as far as getting me approved. So once I got approved, I was ready to drive. When you're signing up, just be careful because you can get confused easily when you sign up for UberEATS. When I signed up, I accidentally signed up to do a bike messenger and walking because I missed the option to select for a car. So when you're selecting what you want to do, you know, what mode of transportation, make sure you're picking a car or bike or walk if you want to do that. I don't know what the price is for bike walking, but I know what I get paid to do the driving. So yeah, it's a little bit of money. It's a little bit good. I'm going to go through the pros and the cons. On this video, I'm just going to do the pros of using UberEATS NYC as the delivery driver, as they call it, delivery partner. So the pros are, as far as I'm concerned, I use probably 3 different delivery apps, and Uber pays the most. They have their regular boost schedule, which is from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday, and I believe Saturday and Sunday also, and then 6 to 9 p.m. So between those times, that's when you get additional money on top of what you already earn as an Uber delivery partner. I don't know how they tally the boost, but they say it's 1.8, between 1.8 and 2.0 boost, depending on what part of the city you live in. And basically, I think that's just a percentage of what the order is, what they'll boost it. I'm not 100% sure, but are you going to complain if you're getting extra money and the math isn't right? I mean, if I'm erring wrong, yeah, fine, I'm wrong. But if they're giving you an extra $7 to $8 per delivery, there's nothing wrong with that, as far as I'm concerned. But you can go Google it and figure out what those numbers mean. As long as they're on, I don't care. But yes, Uber does pay the most out of all of the delivery apps in New York City. And it's a very big area. They go for the entire New York area, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. They just opened up Long Island, Westchester County. They did give a big middle finger to Staten Island, so sorry. Once again, Staten Island, you lose. Sorry. But I'm sure at some point they're going to get, some delivery service out there. But it's really good. I usually, when I turn on the Uber app, I usually get between 4 and 5 deliveries a night. Now, hold on. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of deliveries, but when you add it up over the course of maybe 3 or 4 days, you make it a little bit of good change. I mean, it's not something you're going to be able to retire on, but it's just something that maybe a little extra pocket change you need, or maybe you're trying to save up for something, a vacation, put some money in a baby's college fund, pay off that bookie you owe money that broke your legs 2 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. It's a little bit of money, and every little bit helps in these hard times that we're living in. So there's nothing wrong with it. The best week that I ever did driving Uber was probably my second week doing it. And I had referred someone, no, it was my third week, excuse me. I had referred someone to drive, which at the time they were doing $100 per referral. Now they're doing $300 per referral. Just so you know, if you refer anybody, it's $300 per referral. So that money came in, and then that was the same week we had this big snowstorm. So Uber was giving all types of extra incentives. If you do 15 deliveries, we'll throw an extra $5 your way. And they were doing one where it was like, for every order you do, every 3 orders, will give you an extra $6 and stuff like that. It was crazy money coming in, and I think I came home that week with probably $329. No lie. And I did, I think, 20 deliveries, and I got $329. Now, I just want to note that at the time that I was doing it, Uber had this service called Guaranteed Money, where when I started, it was just, even if you didn't have any deliveries, you just had the app on, and you left it on between the hours of 11 to 2 and 6 to 9, you were guaranteed to get $20 per hour, even if you didn't get any deliveries. Now, if you did do 3 or 4 deliveries, what they would do is, if you didn't hit $20 in those 3 or 4 deliveries, they would bump it up to that 20. So you were guaranteed that money either way you look at it, and things were great. Now Uber has changed the guaranteed money structure a little bit now, so it's not as easy to get that $20. Now you have to be in a certain area, and you have to do a certain amount of deliveries, and that's how you get the guaranteed money. It's a little confusing because Uber's changing it around a lot, but I'm going to talk about that when I talk about the cons of delivering for UberEATS. But the money was good. The money was real good. I can't complain. I mean, as far as, you just working a couple of hours a night and you're getting that kind of money, there's nothing wrong with it. Things have kind of slowed down a little bit, but still, whenever you do a couple of deliveries within that boost time or that guaranteed money time, you get that extra $1, and that does not hurt. The pockets are loving it right now. My pockets are on bloat. I love it. I can't retire on this money, but I don't have to worry about paying that Verizon bill. You know what I'm saying? I think some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. The ease of using the app, it's really easy. You turn it on, and once you have a strong Wi-Fi connection or signal, or 4G, LTE, or whatever your phone is, you have to have a smartphone. Sorry, you cannot use a flip phone. You can't use CDMA to do UberEATS. You're going to have to upgrade Fred Flintstone. You can't use UberEATS if you don't have a smartphone. You got to either have, like I said, a really strong signal or Wi-Fi that you can use. So the app comes on, and I'm going to show you what it looks like real quick. Check this out. So this is pretty much the app. You can see here we're in the boost hour right now. I'm not online right now because I'm trying to do this video. So you can see right now where I'm at. There you get whatever orders you get in this area between 6 and 9, you get the 1.6x boost. And then as you get closer to Manhattan, it goes up. So 1.8 in inner Brooklyn, and then you can see Manhattan, it's 2.0 all over Manhattan. All right, so that's how you would make good money delivering between the busier times. That's why they call them, I think they call it Blitz or some dumb name. I don't know, Blitz. Whatever. All I know is I call it a boost, and that's when you make extra money on top of money. It's really easy. When the order comes up, this big blue circle will come on the screen and it'll tell you the address of where you have to go. You have approximately about 15 to 20 seconds to accept that order. Otherwise, you'll lose it and it'll go to someone else. Now, keep in mind, for every order you miss or that you don't get to in time, it counts against your driver rating. And that's important because the lower your driver rating score is, they're not going to send you as many orders. So if your acceptance rate is 100, it's great. If your cancellation rate goes below like 75%, or your acceptance rate goes below 75%, then they stop sending you as many orders. So you got to get right on that. As soon as that thing comes up, boom, boom, that blue circle's ticking down, you got to tap it. And then the address at the bottom, it'll if you have Waze or Google Maps, it'll send you right to the restaurant. What the restaurants are supposed to be doing is they're calling you when the order is ready. Sometimes what happens is they'll call you before the order is ready and you might have a little bit of a wait. What's really cool is that Uber, within the app, Uber will allow you to kind of make a complaint. It's not really a complaint, but just to say, hey, I had an excessive wait at this restaurant. And Uber considers an excessive wait anything over probably 10 minutes. At one point, I remember I waited almost an hour for food, and Uber gave me an additional $5 for each delivery. It does not sound like a lot, but trust me, at the end of the night, it adds up with everything you're already doing. The best part about Uber is I get to stay in my neighborhood. I don't have to go to Manhattan if I don't want to. They encourage people to go into areas where it's the busiest so you can make the most money. But as far as I'm concerned, the beauty of using Uber is that I sit in my house, I leave the app running. Whenever something comes in, boom, I hit it and I go on the order. And if I get something else after I've dropped out the order, it's bonus money. That's the best way, in my opinion, to use Uber. You know, if you want to sit in your car in one of the busy areas, that's fine. But if you're lazy like me, you want to sit at home playing Xbox and watching TV while the Uber app works for you. This might work really good if you're a lot closer to one of the restaurants that Uber services. So I live around the corner from one of the burger joints that people like to order in late at night. So it works better for me because I'm always having orders. When I go out further away from the restaurant, I drop it off, then I'll get something else on the way back home. So it always kind of works easy for me, so that way I ensure that I get 3 or 4 deliveries. This may not work for everybody, so you may want to figure out where the busiest restaurant in your area is and just kind of go park over there, bring a book to read. That's what I do. I got my bag, I got some books I've been trying to read up on, and just kind of kill time, you know what I'm saying? Some of the other good things are that, like I said, it's easy money. You know, it's not stressful. You don't have to put on a uniform. You don't have to go, you know, you don't have to be there at a certain time. Like, you know, if you're like there's no such thing as 5 minutes late with this. You just pretty much turn it on whenever you want. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. Now, the way you get paid with Uber, you attach a bank account to it. If you don't have a checking account because you're trying to hide your money from the government, or you got a baby's mama looking for you, Uber also has a check-in service that they use. They'll set up a checking account for you and send you a debit card, and every week your earnings will be placed on that card. But if you're like 99% of the other population, you actually have a bank account, you can attach your bank account to your Uber and the money will be deposited every week. Excuse me. Woo! I need some water. Every week the money gets deposited in your account, so you can't lose. If you do 3 or 4 deliveries in a day, for me personally, that's a good number. And you don't have to do it every night to make the things add up. If you have a daytime job, it's just something you can do just on the side, and that's how you get paid. I feel like I'm forgetting something. You can also see your earnings, and I'll show you mine. I'm not ashamed. Where is it? Let's go to my weekly earnings. So far, let's go all the way back to the beginning when I started. This is a really good week. You can see here, the week of January 2nd to January 9th, I did 28 trips. Let's look how much I made. $490.85. That's with the promotions. Uber paid me $300, and that's with the guaranteed money and all the trips I did. And I did about 28 trips, as you can see right there. That was the big week for me. The next week I did 23 trips, $384.34, and I did 23 trips spread out over a few days. I worked every day, but it was only a couple of hours. So as you can see, I mean, you can make some pretty good money doing UberEATS. NYC, it's not bad. You really don't go into any sketchy areas. I mean, most people want the food. They know you're coming. It's already paid for. You don't have to deal with cash. And it's really easy. You just drop the food off, you walk away. Uber even sent me a bag. This should probably be in the cons section. That's not Uber. They even sent me a bag after I did my first couple of deliveries. They sent me this really nice bag. I know this is supposed to be a pros video, but the pro is it's a good heat bag, right? But the only con is that the freaking zipper broke on it within 2 hours of me using it. So I don't know if that's really a pro, Uber. I need y'all to start using better bags, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's pretty much it as far as Uber. It's really simple, it's really easy. There are a lot of restaurants that use it, and you have a lot of different ways that you can make money. The only way that you don't make money doing UberEATS is if you don't hustle. I call this hustle money. You gotta hustle if you want this money. So you can decide whether or not you want to work and whether you want to make bread. But anyway, if you have any questions about it or anything I missed out on this video, hey, feel free to hit me up in the comments right down there. And if you want, you can follow me at Big Kev Comedy. I'm going to be doing some more reviews really soon. And I have another review coming up of Postmates, which is another delivery service that I use to make side hustle money. And also, be sure to keep on the lookout for the cons of doing UberEATS NYC. There's some cons, and there's some pretty kind of big ones. So you may want to come back and tune in to hear those cons. So now I've been talking for about 16 minutes. There's an order that's been waiting for me. Guys said about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go pick it up and go make some of this hustle money. Y'all have a good night. My name is Kevin Mason at Big Kev Comedy on all social media. I'll see you later.